I was inside, Scientology founder L. Ron Hubbard ran the cult, and the rules were very different for him than for the rest of us. Hubbard could, and Miscavige can criticize anyone, and no one can criticize them. Anyone who dared to criticize them would be severely punished. If they even suspected that someone harbored a critical thought, that person would be punished. There are credible reports coming out of Scientology recently of Miscavige physically beating juniors just because he felt they were thinking critical thoughts about him. There's a book which has recently been published by Mark Headley called Blown for Good, and he discusses some of Miscavige's beating of people and others. Jeff Hawkins discusses when Miscavige would just leap at him and beat him physically and throw him to the ground without Jeff Hawkins even saying a word. Miscavige just got the idea that that Jeff Hawkins had some critical thought. The leader's criticisms of his juniors can be nasty, defamatory, black propaganda. The juniors cannot even tell the truth about the leader. And for me, criticism is always the truth. Criticism is not black propaganda. Criticism is valuable. Black propaganda is destructive. We all can use criticism. None of us can use black propaganda. For Scientologists generally, there are certain things that are always beyond criticism, and any criticism of them is punished. For example, Scientology works. Hubbard is right. Miscavige is right. Management is right. Scientology is the most ethical group on the planet. These assertions are complete lies and of course deserve a great deal of criticism. Scientology does not work as it claims, but is a criminal fraud. Hubbard was a monstrous liar. In fact, he was declared a pathological liar in the first case in which Scientology sued me. Miscavige is an equally big liar for a short guy and a sociopath. Scientology management is dishonest and criminal. Scientology is arguably the most unethical group in the world. Scientology indoctrinates its members with the idea, which cannot be questioned or criticized, that people who criticize it or criticize Hubbard, Miscavige, or management are criminals with crimes in their past for which they can be imprisoned. Because of this, Scientologists learn to suppress any reasonable criticism they could have of these things, which truly deserve obvious criticism, and don't bring their criticisms up to consciousness. I can attest to this because I became very adept at it. Inside, you observe everything just as anyone would observe it, but you do not bring up to consciousness a criticism of what you observe. When you're free of Scientology, your observations come back to you, your memories come back to you, and you're able to freely criticize with a good critical mind. And I say that from my own experience. It is also obvious that some people really are mentally damaged, cruelly mentally damaged by this organization. I have been very fortunate, I think, in that I virtually deprogrammed myself while still inside and opposed them from the moment I left.